गुड मॉर्निंग रेस्पेक्टेड सर एंड ऑल द जेंटलमैन।
तो फेज़ 2 में सबसे पहले आपकी रिपोर्टिंग होती है, तो आपके एडमिट कार्ड पे मेंशन होगा अप्रॉक्स 5 AM पे आपकी जो रिपोर्टिंग होती है वो होती है गो। को जैसे वो बोलेंगे पोजीशन, आपको ये पोजीशन बना देनी है। ओके, डाउन अप डाउन को 1 मिनट में 20 स्क्वाट्स कंप्लीट करने होते हैं, है ना। ओके, सो टेक पोजीशन। ओके, डाउन।
जय हिंद मेरे प्यारे साथियों, आज हमारे साथ में है एयरफोर्स फेस 1 क्वालिफाई स्टूडेंट। यहाँ पर हम इनका कराने वाले हैं फिजिकल टेस्ट और जीडी। मेरे साथ में है आशीष सिंह, जिन्होंने पिछली बार एयरफोर्स का फेस 1 और फेस 2 क्वालिफाई किया था। मेडिकल में आइज़ की वजह से ये मेडिकल अनफिट हो गए थे, तो इनको सारा फिजिकल आशीष सिंह बताएंगे और जीडी किस तरह से होता है, किस तरह से फिजिकल होता है, क्या आपकी टाइमिंग रहती है। तो चलिए चलते हैं उनके पास।
तो फेज़ 2 में सबसे पहले आपकी रिपोर्टिंग होती है, तो आपके एडमिट कार्ड पे मेंशन होगा अप्रॉक्स 5 AM पे आपकी जो रिपोर्टिंग होती है वो होती है। उसके बाद जो सबसे पहली चीज़ होती है वो होता है आपका बायोमेट्रिक। उसके बाद अकॉर्डिंग टू योर एडमिट कार्ड आपको चेस्ट नंबर दिए जाते हैं एंड फिर आपको एक एक करके रनिंग ट्रैक पे ले जाया जाता है। तो अभी हमारे साथ है फेस 1 क्लियर किए हुए कैंडिडेट। सो अभी इनकी रनिंग स्टार्ट होने वाली है, तो अभी ये ट्रैक पे जा रहे हैं। गो।
अजय को पकड़ के दौड़ रहे हैं, अजय चल जाने ने सब अपनी पेस पे दौड़े ने।
5:25 5:28 बहुत बढ़िया भाई। तो अभी अब इनका पुशअप स्टार्ट होने वाला है। सो आपको जैसे वो बोलेंगे पोजीशन, आपको ये पोजीशन बना देनी है। ओके, डाउन 1 अप, डाउन 2 अप, डाउन 3 अप, डाउन 4 अप, डाउन 5 अप, डाउन 6 अप, डाउन 7 अप, डाउन 8 अप, डाउन 9 अप, डाउन 10 अप। तो ये था, सेम पोजीशन आपकी होनी चाहिए। इसके बाद जो होता है, इसके बाद आपके सेटअप्स होते हैं। तो सेटअप्स में जैसे कि आपको पता है, आपके बस मेनली पैर नहीं उठने चाहिए जब आप सेटअप्स में ऊपर आते हो। सो उसके लिए भी सेम अभी जैसे ही पोजीशन बोलेंगे आपको पोजीशन कर लेनी। ओके, सो पोजीशन पूरा लेट जाओ नीचे, वहीं से होगा ना आप। अप, डाउन 2 अप, डाउन 3 अप, डाउन 4 अप, डाउन 5 अप, डाउन 6 अप, डाउन 7 अप, डाउन 8 अप, डाउन 9 अप, डाउन 10 अप, डाउन अप। तो ये थे सेटअप्स। अब इसके बाद जो आपका लास्ट में होता है दैट इज स्क्वाट्स। ओके, अभी स्क्वाट्स स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं। तो आपको पता है आपको 1 मिनट में 20 स्क्वाट्स कंप्लीट करने होते हैं, है ना। ओके, सो टेक पोजीशन। ओके, डाउन। ओके, मैंने बोला था तो टेक अप पोजीशन, ना ना। ओके, डाउन 1 अप, डाउन 2 अप, डाउन 3 अप, डाउन 4 अप, डाउन 5 अप, डाउन 6 up, down, 7 up, down, 8 up, down, 9 up, down, 10 up, down, 11 up, down, 12 up, down, 13 up, down, 14 up, down, 15 up, down, 16 up, down, 17 up, down, 18 up, down, 19 up, down, 20 up, up. ओके सो अभी सारे के सारे पीएफटी में पास हो चुके हैं, फिजिकल एंड जो भी सेटअप पुशअप वगैरह है। अभी सीधे मिलेंगे आपको जीडी हॉल में। इससे पहले जो इनका बीच में होता है वो आपका डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन होता है, तो उसके बाद डायरेक्ट आपके बैच बनाए जाएंगे 15 से 20 के, और आप उसके बाद डायरेक्ट जीडी करने जाओगे। ओके सो जैसे आप जीडी हॉल में एंटर करते हो, सबसे पहले सर आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे कि जीडी एक्चुअल में कैसे होता है। अप्रॉक्स 2 से 3 मिनट जो भी आपका जीडी टॉपिक होता है उसके बारे में वो आपको बताते हैं। आपके पास 2 पेजेस होते हैं, वन इज़ फेयर और दूसरा रफ। जो रफ पेज होता है, जिस टाइम सर बोल रहे होते हैं आपको कुछ भी अपने की पॉइंट्स लिखने होते हैं। जब जो 2-3 मिनट खत्म हो जाते हैं उसके बाद सर बोलते हैं कि ओके जेंटलमैन, नाउ यू हैव 5 मिनट टू राइट योर टॉपिक इन फेयर पेज। तो उसके बाद आपको फेयर पेज में अच्छे से इतनी हैंड राइटिंग बनाना कि जो समझ में आए, ज़्यादा क्लियर भी नहीं बोलेंगे, इतना हो गया। उसके बाद 1 बाय 1 आपको इंट्रोडक्शन देना है। सर आपको बता देंगे आपको इंट्रोडक्शन में क्या क्या बोलना है। मतलब यहाँ से तो हम पूरा फैमिली बैकग्राउंड वगैरह याद करके जाते हैं, वहाँ पे वो आपको जितना बोलेंगे। जब हमारी बारी थी, हमें उन्होंने क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन दिए थे कि आपको अपना नाम बताना है, क्वालिफिकेशन, आप क्या क्वालिफिकेशन करके आए हो, और आपकी हॉबीज़ क्या है, एंड वाई यू वांट टू जॉइन इंडियन एयरफोर्स, इतना। और उसके बाद आपको डायरेक्ट जंप करना है टॉपिक पे। जैसे आपका टॉपिक का इंट्रोडक्शन खत्म होता है, 1 मिनट मिलता है इसके लिए। उसके बाद आपको थैंक यू बोल के दूसरे जो भी कैंडिडेट है उनको पास करना है। एक बार अगर ये पूरा प्रोसीजर सबके साथ हो जाता है, उसके बाद सर आगे से बोलेंगे कि ओके जेंटलमैन, नाउ यू कैन स्टार्ट जीडी। उसके बाद आपका एक्चुअल जीडी स्टार्ट हो जाता है।
Good morning, respected sir, and all the gentlemen. My name is Spars Doval, and I am from Podi Gadwal, Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand. I have completed my intermediate in 2019 from CBSE board and class 10 in 2019 with appreciable marks. Now currently I am pursuing Bachelor of Arts from PG College, Kotdwar. My hobbies are playing outdoor games, especially cricket, football, and listening music too. My plus points are I am mentally sound and a good listener. I want to join Indian Air Force because it gave me opportunity to serve for my mother nation. Now coming to today's topic. Today's topic is Chandrayaan 3 mission. As we all know that India is now a growing country, and in the field of science it has grown very much. So in the field of science there are space research organizations which are currently pursuing through these type of conditions to land on the missions, land on the moon. So there are various type of mission, and Chandrayaan 3 is one of them. Chandrayaan 3 is the follow mission of Chandrayaan 2. As Chandrayaan 3, if it will land on the moon on the south pole, India will become the first country to land on the moon's south pole. Thank you. Now further I will discuss about it on our top on GD.
Good morning to all of you. I hope you all are fine. Myself Ajay Kumar. I am from Podi Gadwal, Uttarakhand. I have completed my intermediate schooling from CBSE board in 2021, and I have got appreciated marks in 10th as well as in 12th board. Right now I am pursuing my graduation from PG College, Kotdwar, Uttarakhand. My hobbies are listening music, playing outdoor games like football, volleyball, etc. I want to join Indian Air Force because I want to feel the pride which the airman feels after wearing the Air Force uniform. Coming to today's topic, it is about Chandrayaan 3 mission. As we know that India is a growing country and it is very developing in the science field also. The Chandrayaan 3 is the mission launched on 14 July 2023 by ISRO from Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh by Satish Dhawan Center. Chandrayaan 3 is a followed mission of Chandrayaan 2, which was not completed or does not achieve its goal. So to achieve that goal by our country, so it is a relaunched mission by our government. Thank you.
Good morning to all the officers and candidate present here. My name is Kartik Rawat. I am from Kordwar. Completed my high school and intermediate from DAV Public School and achieved a good percentage in my inter school. My hobbies are I like to read novels and to draw and to draw fictitious sketches. And my strength are I am positive, I am physically fit and mentally sound, and I am calm-minded. Now on the topic Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 is the recently space vehicle mission launched by India from Sriharikota, ISRO.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Aman. I am from Pauri Gadwal, Uttarakhand. I have done my schooling from SGRR Public School. Right now, I am pursuing my graduation of second year from PG College, Kordwar. My hobbies are playing football and include some physical exercise. As my father is in army, so I want to continue this league through Indian Air Force. My today topic is Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 is a follow-up mission of Chandrayaan 2, which is failed in 2019. Now the Chandrayaan 3, which is launched on 14 July 2023, is the main aim to launch this to explore the southern pole region of moon, and which is launched by the ISRO from Sriharikota and by the Satish Dhawan Space Center. And it is very grateful for the upcoming generation to tell the power of India, to know about the spacecraft. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. Thanks for giving me this golden opportunity to introduce myself in front of you all. My name is Aman Chauhan. I am from Kordwar, Uttarakhand. I have completed my intermediate in year 2022 with 80% marks, and now currently I am pursuing graduation. My hobbies are playing volleyball and kabaddi, and I want to join Indian Air Force because it will give me chance to serve my mother nation, and I want to feel the pride of wearing the Air Force uniform. So now coming to the topic, that is Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 is the most debating issues nowadays. Everyone wants to know what is Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 is a newly launched mission by our space organization ISRO from Sriharikota Satish Dhawan Station, which is in Andhra Pradesh. It is a overcome mission of the previous Chandrayaan 2 mission, which was failed in his phase 4, which was a soft landing on the moon. So now the new aim of Chandrayaan 3 is to get the soft landing. It has phase 3 only, so that the Chandrayaan 3 can get soft landing on moon and the rotor can rotate around the moon axis. Thank you. We will discuss more about this in further GD.
Good afternoon and Jai Hind everyone. My name is Priyanshu Negi and I am from Kordwara, Uttarakhand. I have cleared my 12th class from AVN Public School and I have secured a percentage of 83.20. Currently I am pursuing BSc from PG College, Kordwara. And my hobbies are cycling, watching information content and watching sci-fi movies. And I want to join Indian Air Force because this is a very respectable job. And in my family, my relatives and my grandfather, my great-grandfather were in army. So I want to continue that legacy and want to join the defense forces and especially the Air Force. Now coming to the topic, the Chandrayaan 3. The Chandrayaan 3 was launched on 14 July 2023 and is a follow-up mission of Chandrayaan 2, which was launched in 2019, but it failed to do the soft landing on the moon. That's why the scientists have recovered and have planned to launch the Chandrayaan 3. The Chandrayaan 3 aims to do the soft landing on the south pole of the moon, because the south pole has many craters on the moon, and it is estimated that on those craters there is about 100 million tons of water present. So India wants to become the first nation to explore the south region of the moon. And also about 3 countries, that are the USA, China and Britain, have done the soft landing on the moon, and by doing the soft landing on the moon, India will become the 4th country. Now because of this type of mission, like Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan and the Mars orbiter mission, the ISRO will get many type of praise around the world. And by this type of mission, India will get many type of opportunity, like launching the satellites, which India got from many countries, and by those our economy will get billions of dollars for launching the satellites. Thank you.
Gentlemen, as we know that Chandrayaan 3 is the follow-up mission of Chandrayaan 2, so it is very important to know the pros and cons of the Chandrayaan 3. As we are in Indian, so we mainly focus on the pros of the Chandrayaan 3. As Chandrayaan 3, India launched the Chandrayaan 3 on 14 July. So in the Chandrayaan 3 there are various pros as India will become the first country to land on the south pole of the moon. As it land on the south pole, there are various minerals present in the moon. So the Chandrayaan 3, the rover will land on the south pole of moon. So it will discover the many minerals present in the moon.
I agree with you. As we can see that our previous mission was failed due to the soft landing by the lander Vikram, which was named after the greatest scientist of India, Vikram Sarabhai. The mission failed due to soft landing and the rotor was not able to rotate. This mission will came as successful, and India will be the country to collect the all information about the moon's south pole.
Gentlemen, by launching the Chandrayaan 3, ISRO has also attempted to test this rocket, that is the LVM-3, and the LVM-3 is the new rocket of ISRO, and it has a payload capacity of 4,000 kilograms. So they are also tested this.
I agree with you. LVM-3 is a space shuttle of the which can hold a maximum weight probe or other satellites in India.
According to the ISRO scientists, the CEO of the ISRO said that the Chandrayaan 3 mission will be covered in the 10 phases, that becoming which 4 phases will be in the orbits of the Earth, and the 2 phases will outside the Earth, and then before landing on the moon surface, it will go through the rest of the 4 phases, and then it will land on the south pole.
As gentlemen, you know, the ISRO is known for its cost-effective mission, and also the Chandrayaan 3, which is made at a cost of around 615 crores, is very cost-effective. And by this type of mission, the ISRO wanted to see the world that we can make anything and great thing in the cost-effective price. And the countries will also send the satellites to India to launch.
Yes, I agree with you, gentlemen. As we know that there are many superpowers present in the world. America is one of them, but the America it has the most consuming capacity. Like for making that rovers, America has made the many rovers, but they are expensive. But India made this Chandrayaan 3 in a very low cost. As there are many phases present in this Chandrayaan 3 mission, so it will consume the solar energy and move with that solar energy. That's why it takes the 42 days to land on that moon.
Yes, I am assured with your point, and by this Chandrayaan 3 mission, India will not only promote or will get boon in the science field, but also other countries will also promote the India's ability, and the New York Times also published an article about Chandrayaan 3 mission.
Yes, I agree with you. As we can criticize after the failure of Chandrayaan 2, so India announced Chandrayaan 3 on 14 July 2023. After this, India tell every nation that India have a power to launch this kind of mission. And the main aim to launch this mission to know about to explore the southern pole of the moon.
I agree with you. Compare the Chandrayaan 3 mission successful with Chandrayaan 2 mission. Our countries will get a name in our country like other superpowers.
Or the rover which land on the Earth, on the south pole region of the moon, it will land with the 0.5 meter per second speed, and it will be there is a 100% chances that the ISRO said that it will be confirmed.
If gentlemen, earlier in 2008, the ISRO has launched Chandrayaan 1 rover, Chandrayaan 1 mission. But because of some type of glitches, the ISRO had said that they have found the water, but cannot prove it more effectively. Now India wants to attempt and find the traces of water on the greater side of the moon. This is south pole of the moon.
I agree with you. If this mission will be successful, every superpower countries like China, USA and Russia India will also get the name as these countries, and every other country will give India financially help to make other space satellite like PSLV, LMV3 to do such missions.
Yes, gentlemen, earlier than this, the countries bid on the Russia, before the Ukraine-Russia war, bid on Russia so that they can launch their satellites. But after the Ukraine-Russia war, the country's trust on Russia have become degraded.
It is also important for the country that most of the structures or substances used in the Chandrayaan 3 mission is made in India, and it will also allow the boost in the economy, that our country can also make the substances or the materials which are required for the space missions we can create only in India.
I agree with your point, gentlemen. By launching these type of missions like Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3, and also the Mars Mars orbital mission. It unite the nation of India, which create a feeling of pride among the people of the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, while launching these mission, the private organization, the private sky organization in India will also get a push, like the Skyroot Aviation, which is India, and wants to seek the help of ISRO. So these will also get a push, and our private space agency will also get a push. Like in America, there is SpaceX, the private organization, and is very doing very good in terms of launching the space shuttle, the reusable space shuttles.
Yes, I am assured with your point, and ISRO has many missions around the Chandrayaan 3, which are going to be launched in future, and this will also enhance the image of ISRO in all over around the world. As today, only most of the people think about NASA and other space research organizations, but after the success of Chandrayaan 3 mission, the people will see the ISRO with a reputed image also.
I agree with your point, gentlemen. As we know that before the 2008, there is no recognition of India in the field of space organizations. But after the launch of the Chandrayaan mission, it boosts the confidence of our scientists that they can achieve anything. By far, as the America is the leading country by launching their space organization through this space. But India also boost their confidence after launching of Chandrayaan.
Yes, I know that all these missions, Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, and Chandrayaan 3, India get inspiration from these missions, and it will affect our GDP, and also gives us a potential in a political field, as our Prime Minister also supported Chandrayaan 3 mission and give a funding to our nation.
Yes, I am assured with your point, and I want to add a more important point, that the space missions which are required, so we can say that the fuel efficiency will also be used, which could harm the nature. But in Chandrayaan 3 mission, it was said that it is the freely or eco-friendly mission, and the substances used in the Chandrayaan 3 rockets, it is 100% eco-friendly.
After this mission, the ISRO has planned to attempt more missions like the Aditya L1 mission, which is a mission to the sun, and also the Gaganyaan mission, which plans to send the astronauts into the space. So by this type of mission, the ISRO will create a huge impact among the international countries.
I agree with your point, gentlemen. As we can see that before 2008 there are not such space researches in India, but after the 2008 there are many infrastructure built in India to support that space research organizations. Like ISRO is our main space research organization, which send many spacecraft to the space, which help to increase the unity among the people, and also to show the world that India can also do anything in the field of space research organizations.